I thought I'd do a home bar update. Been a few months since I did one of these. Let you know what I got on my bar. Okay, right down here in the Canadian corner, we have a stock and barrel 3-barrel whiskey. Another stock and barrel, all from Ontario, the Red Blend whiskey. Over here, we have the stock and barrel single malt whiskey. And here we have stock and barrel 100% rye. Canadian Club 20-year-old. Liberator rye whiskey from Highwood. Five-year-old 90, of which I have 2 bottles down there in reserve, next to the Gooder Ham and Worts 11 Souls. These ones, that one there and that one there, those are Canadian Infinity bottles. Here's my Shelter Point Infinity bottle. Infinity bottles from Canadian with some Islay whiskies, peated Islay whiskies. Here's my bourbon and rye Infinity. There's my Irish Infinity. There's my World Infinity. Here's my Lowland, my Speyside, and the Highlands is split in two. This is the Islands, like, you know, Orkney and Isle of Skye and Isle of Jura and Isle of Arran. There's my Islay, my 2 Islay Infinity bottles, and some Bombay Sapphire. Okay, back to the Canadian. What's back here? Oh yeah, Oaken Poutine from the Victoria Caledonian Distillery, which is the nearest distillery to where I live. Potter's Special Old, good cheap thrill. 40 Creek Victory. 42-year-old Canadian Club. We have here Shelter Point, double barrel, single malt. And that's the one that's aged in Pinot Noir, finished in Pinot Noir casks. Yeah. Another Shelter Point back here. This is the 2017 artisanal cask strength. And we're getting into some real heavy hitters here. This one is the J.P. Weiser's 23-year-old. Wow. Get that back in there. Put the speaker straight or crooked so that it plays into the room. Okay. Now what do we got? Oh, more Canadian. Alumni Series, Daryl Sittler. Lowen McKinnon Peated. Shelter Point, Montfort District 141. Lot 141. Canadian Rockies 17. Shelter Point Double Barrel. This is finished for 152 days in Quails Gate. Old Vines Fach cask. Whatever a Fach cask is, I don't know. It's a kind of wine, I suppose. Shelter Point, Patience is a Virtue. That's a Strathcona liquor store exclusive. Okay, what do we got here? Weiser's Alumni Series, Yvan Cournoyer. Lowen McKinnon Chocolate Malt, one of my favorites. Dave Keon, J.P. Weiser's Alumni Series. Mark Messier, Alumni Series from J.P. Weiser's. Lot 40, Cask Strength, 3rd edition. That was from released in 2019. This is Shelter Point, Echoes of the Hebrides. This was the first one, I believe, that was finished in Lafroig casks, ex-Lafroig casks, and that's another exclusive from the Strathcona Hotel Liquor Store. Here are some unopened bottles, just a few. There are a few of those. This is the Forager. It's a botanical whiskey. I guess it's whiskey that's been infused with botanicals, just like a gin. I'm looking forward to that. Same with the Larry Robinson, J.P. Weiser's Alumni Series. Here's another Alumni Series. Paul Coffey. That's one that I haven't tried yet. A few Shelter Points, namely Shelter Point the Forbidden. That's a wheat whiskey. Shelter Point Smoke Point 2. That one is Smoke Point 2. I finished the Smoke Point 1. That's my infinity bottle, is a Smoke Point, the old Smoke Point 1 bottle. Almost full too. I've had a lot of these Shelter Points. And this one is a prize. This is a single cask peat finish from last summer. I'm looking forward to that one too. I have a small bourbon and American whiskey section here. Buffalo Trace single cask from BC Liquor Store exclusive. Old Forester BC Liquor Store exclusive from last year's Summer Spirits release. Or from this year's, from 2020 Summer Spirits release. I have some Heaven's Door. Haven't tried that yet. I'm looking forward to it. High West Campfire. That one's interesting. I also have here Mellow Corn. That's one I'm looking forward to as well. And this one here, the Pikesville Straight Rye Whiskey, which is excellent. And this guy here, it's a Bolete Bourbon, uncut, limited bottling, straight bourbon whiskey, 62.7% alcohol by volume. That's cask strength. Okay, now we go Irish. Got my 2 gingers. Got the Glendalough 13. And that's the Glendalough 13 without the Mizunara finish. We got a Redbreast Lestau. Redbreast 15. That's a thrill. This is the Turconnell 16 with Oloroso and Muscatel cask finish. Lovely stuff. And here is the other Glendalough 13 Mizunara finish. And there is one more Irish whiskey that I haven't opened yet. This is the Sexton with the hexagonal plan view. And it's got some dust on it. It's a dusty place. Some blends. Chivas Regal Mizunara. And the Mizunara is very subtle on that one. Famous Grouse Ruby cask. It's interesting. It's a ruby port cask. The 17-year-old Isla Mist. The Jane Walker. Another one here. The Galdrins. Batch 2. I almost finished it too. It's great. Cutty Sark Prohibition. Almost empty, but I always have one in reserve. In reserve I have some green label, some Big Pete Christmas edition from last year, and Cutty Sark Prohibition down there. I also have a Jura Elixir down there, which I like. I love Jura Elixir. It's amazing. Here we got a Pony Alba. It's that's good stuff too. Wonderful. It's Marsala cask, I believe, finish. This is my little lowland section. Auchentoshan 3-wood. And Auchentoshan Virgin Oak. And now we go into Speyside. Glenlivet 12. I got a Glenrothes here. The Glenrothes 12 from the new improved or new revamped Glenrothes line. They don't do vintages anymore. Now they do ages. These are Macallan 12 Sherry Oak cask. Wonderful stuff. One of the few Macallans that I can say it's wonderful stuff and worth the money. Glenfarclas 12. This one is the Mortlach 16. That's opening up beautifully. That's turning out to be a wonderful whiskey. Here is the Macallan edition number 5. I'm almost done with that one. And this is the Glenrothes. This is a Glenrothes Whiskey Maker's Cut. Also looking forward to that one. Okay, now I guess we go into the Highlands. I got a lot of Highlands. Glenglassaigh Torfa. Lovely stuff. I like that one. Let's go downwards here. Dalmore Portwood. That one still tastes like rotten garbage, or smells like rotten garbage. It doesn't taste quite so bad anymore, but it smells terrible. Old Pulteney 18. And Balblair 18. We've got the 14-year-old Glenmorangie, Quinta Rubin, along with the 12-year-old Quinta Rubin, which was opened on the same day. And those bottles should go down in unison. And here's another Glenmorangie, the Cadwall Estate. All right, more Highlands here. Fettercairn 12. Old Pulteney 15. Here we have Loch Lomond 12. That's a beauty too. I like that one. Here's a Balblair 12. Oh, Glengeary Renaissance first chapter. Glengeary Renaissance third chapter. Glengeary Renaissance second chapter. Back here we have De Wolfburn Langskip. I'm giving that a lot of time to open up. One of my favorites, Clynelish 14. Old Pulteney Huddart, non-age statement, but wonderful nonetheless. Got a bit of Glencadam 10 left here. That's another good one I enjoy all the time. And the Balblair 15. Now we go to the islands. We got a Magnus from Highland Park. Got a few Highland Parks on the go right now. Got a Jura 12, and this is turning out to be not too bad. I kind of enjoy it. And Lechaig 10, one of my favorites of all time. Now some Highland Parks. Twisted Tattoo. Dark Origins. and the Highland Park Valfather. The other island whiskey that I have that will be open soon is the Aaron Cask Finishes. This is the Amarone cask. Okay, now we go into some more peated stuff here. We have some Springbank 10, which is okay. Isla Scarabus. Bunnahabhain Toy Chickada. Ardbeg 5 Wee Beastie. I'll be opening that one soon. This is the organic 2009 Bruichladdich. Douglas Lang Cask Isla. Fantastic stuff. This is the Sherry edition. I love this one. Close to being, if not actually being, my whiskey of the year. I got some Ardbeg Drum, which I'm taking my time on. It has bananas and stuff on it. Got these ones. Elements of Isla Peat. This is the 45% alcohol by volume version. And this one here is the cask strength. And that's at 59.3. That's a real belter. Okay, down here we got Bunnahabhain 18, which is also yummy. Bunnahabhain Sturadur. Got some Port Charlotte Isla Barley 2012. Some Port Charlotte 10. This is the new version that's available everywhere. Lagavulin 12 2015, and it's going down fast. Beautiful stuff. And the last of the peated that I have open, Lafroy Carchus Triple Wood from last year. Oh, that's almost done too. Maybe I'll finish that tonight. And I do have a few more things in reserve that I have already tasted. I have a Kilchoman Loch Gorm, bottled in 2017. Yeah. I also have a few things here. This is in the Canadian corner, the 21-year-old Pike Creek. That was last year's winner, I think. This is a 20-year-old Alberta Premium. I got another Alberta Premium here. This is the one that won Jim Murray's. That's the Cask Strength Rye. Jim Murray's Whiskey of the Year. And last, but really far from least, this is the 40-year-old Canadian Club. I haven't opened this one yet, but I've had a few bottles of this. This was the last one I was able to obtain last spring. And when I went back a couple of weeks later, the other two that had been there were gone. I have some other whiskeys underneath the bar, but they're kind of a chore to dig out at the moment. So I guess they will show up in the next update. Slanchava, everyone.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.